Imagine discovering that inside your body, you might not just be you. You could be carrying someone else's DNA, not from a parent but from a completely different individual. This is chimerism, the real-life phenomenon that sounds like science fiction, but is 100% real. And today we're diving into the shocking stories of people who are literally two people in one body. Chimerism occurs when a single organism carries two or more distinct sets of DNA. This can happen naturally, sometimes even before birth. For instance, in twin pregnancies, one twin can absorb cells from the other, leaving behind a genetic patchwork in the survivor. There's also microchimerism, where cells from your mother stay in your body forever, or vice versa. Scientists call it the hidden passenger in your body. Did you know? You could have different DNA in your blood and your organs. The adoption of the name chimeras derives from Greek mythology, where the chimera was a monstrous, fire-breathing hybrid creature composed of the parts of more than one animal. It was usually depicted as a lion, with the head of a goat arising from its back, and a tail that might end with a snake's head. Reported cases of chimerism are rare, as many people are not aware of this anomaly. One of the most famous cases is Karen Keegan, a woman who needed a kidney transplant, but her children weren't a match. Doctors were baffled. After testing, they discovered she was a chimera. Her blood DNA didn't match her ovary DNA. Her organs carried two distinct genetic codes. Or consider this. A man with two sets of DNA in his blood was accused of fathering a child that wasn't biologically his, only to prove that his second DNA set was just part of him all along. In 2002, Lydia Fairchild, a mother from Washington State, faced a baffling and distressing situation when she almost lost her two children when she was required to take a blood test as part of her application for public assistance. The DNA test confirmed the children's biological father, but revealed she had no biological connection with the children. She was accused of illegal surrogacy and welfare fraud. Miss Fairchild's lawyer arranged additional screening for his client, and it was determined that Miss Fairchild was a tetragametic chimera, meaning she carried two strands of DNA, the result of two sperm implanting with two eggs. Also, recently a father in Washington State, USA was completely baffled when he learned he had no biological connection with his infant son. Since he and his wife had undergone in vitro fertilization, he immediately contacted the fertility clinic to let them know of their gross error. They must have mixed up his sperm with another client. When the clinic denied the allegation, the couple went to Dr. Barry Starr, a geneticist at California's Stanford University. Dr. Starr's testing determined that while he was not the child's father, he was the child's uncle. More confused than ever, he listened as the doctor described a rare genetic phenomenon known as chimerism. Think you know who you are? Chimerism might just rewrite your identity at the molecular level. There are several ways this can happen. Twin absorption. One twin vanishes in the womb, but its cells survive. Organ transplants. Sometimes a donated organ brings a second genome into your body. Microchimerism. Cells from mother and baby can cross the placenta, staying in each other's bodies for decades. Your body might literally be a genetic mosaic, a living patchwork of DNA. Chimerism doesn't just change your DNA, it can affect your immune system, appearance, and even disease susceptibility. Some chimeras have different colored eyes or patches of skin with distinct genetic traits. Scientists are still uncovering its mysteries. Could chimerism explain rare conditions, or even how some people naturally resist certain diseases? The answers might be hidden in the cells we never thought to question. 1 in 8,000 people may be natural chimeras. That's more common than you think. Hollywood loves chimeras, stories about people living with multiple identities or hidden powers. But in reality, chimerism is even stranger than fiction. Imagine having two sets of fingerprints or two immune systems fighting in one body. Some people don't even know they're chimeras until they face medical mysteries. What if the DNA test that determines your identity isn't even yours? Chimerism isn't just a weird curiosity, it can have serious medical consequences. Organ transplants might fail if a hidden DNA type triggers immune reactions. Forensic tests can be misleading. In one case, a woman was wrongly accused of not being the mother of her own child due to her dual DNA profile. Research opportunities. Studying chimerism could unlock clues about autoimmune diseases and cancer resistance. We might be only scratching the surface of what our mosaic bodies can teach science. So next time you think you're just one person, remember, your body might be home to hidden co-pilots, ghost DNA, or even entire alternate identities. Chimerism reminds us that life is stranger and more incredible than fiction. If you enjoyed this mind-bending journey, hit like, subscribe, and share, because who knows? You might be carrying a secret DNA story right now. Also click the video on the screen to learn about the rarest twins on Earth.